This is our Islam museum.
I'm Aidan.
I'm Seth, and that's Aidan. Okay, let's go check this out. Okay.
So the
first one is Muhammad's life,
and this is the Kaaba to the left.
And
it was built by Abraham. It was located in Mecca. And yeah, that's Abraham's skull.
Okay. And in Muhammad's life, his birth was in 570 AD.
And married in 595.
And Muhammad saw an angel in a cave in 610 AD.
Muhammad spreads Islam in 613 AD.
Muhammad sets off for Medina from Mecca in the Hijr in 622 AD.
And Muhammad dies in 632.
And over to our left is a camel.
And it's actually Muhammad.
There's Muhammad. Let's get a good close look at him.
Very beautiful.
There he is. Okay.
And then this is the Quran. Quran, whatever.
Which Muhammad put his notes on for one of the angels.
So this part is the 5 pillars of Islam. The first pillar is the testimony of faith. There is no God but God, and Muhammad is his prophet.
Second pillar is praying 5 times per day.
The third pillar is the yearly donation of charity. The fourth pillar is fasting into holy month of Ramadan. You can only eat while the sun is down.
Yeah. And then the fifth pillar is a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in your life. Okay, let's get going.
Now we're going to the second part.
The Muslim achievements.
Yeah.
And there is medicine, and there's our brewing stand, and so they made many medicines and potions. And
this part is Arzia discovered how to cure the deadly smallpox disease,
which was a huge deal back then. And Muslims were advanced in the art of medicine because they had hospitals with many cure for common diseases.
And Avicenna wrote an encyclopedia, and it was translated to Latin throughout Europe, and it was used until the 1600s.
Next one is going to be mathematics. Oh, okay. There's Aidan. Okay, let's go. Okay, mathematics. As you can see.
1 + 1 = 2.
Yep. Not Z, 2.
Yes, and that is 0. The Muslims were the first culture to use that number in their system.
In their number system, yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Muslims combined their system with the Greek science, mathematics,
and the Indian number system to make the Arabic numerals 0 through 9. Rama Kirmi wrote a math textbook, which he called Algebra,
which is used by students today. So the next part is
astronomy. Astronomy is the study of the sun, earth, stars, and moon. Muslims improved the astrolabe, which could chart the position of the stars. The astrolabe would later be important for exploring seas. There's the earth, sun, and moon.
Yes.
And up there's the sun, the moon, and the stars. And now we have to go upstairs.
Yes, the second part.
Second part. And over here should be literature. And so, in literature, we had a famous poet named Omar Khayyam who wrote in the famous book called the Rubaiyat, and that's it. A famous short story was the 1001 Nights, and then a European compiler later wrote stories like Aladdin, Sinbad the Sailor, and Alba and the 40 Thieves. Let's go through here.
The next one is art. So, I can't see it from here. The
Muslims' buildings were often decorated with lots of art, but they did not show any of humans, animals, or humans. Muslim artists turned calligraphy into decorative art form because only Allah or God could use humans and animals in paintings because He created them. They made tiles, carpets, and finely decorated steel sword blades.
And those are the engravings right beneath it.
Yeah. So some nice creeper engravings.
Alright, on to the next part, which will be the Muslim Empire.
Yep. Muslim Empire is just over here.
Past the 5 pillars.
Aidan's just ahead of me.
So, when Muhammad died in 632 AD, they took control of more lands and the empire divided into 3. The Mughal Empire. Among rulers, emperors, they were Babar and Akbar. Babar was the founder and Akbar was the leader with religious tolerance. The main religion of Mughal was Sikhism. Mughal was located in India, the east side of the Muslim Empire. They are most known for poetry and the Taj Mahal. Hindus and Muslims lived in peace and harmony. Hindu and Muslim blended with clothing and language. So the next part
is the Safavid Empire, and in the Safavid Empire, they were called Shakars, and the emperors of the Safavid Empire were Ismail and Abbas. Ismail was known for defeating the Ottomans, and Abbas was known for powdered weapons. And over here, Safavids believed that members of Muhammad's family should be caliph, and they made hand-woven carpets, silk, velvet, ceramics, and metals goods out of steel. The capital during the Safavid reign was Efestan. Safavids had conflicts with Ottomans about who should be caliph, and Muhammad's family or any qualified Muslim.
And now this is the Ottoman Empire.
The Ottoman Empire was known mostly for the emperors. They're called sultans. The emperors were Muhammad II and Suleiman. Muhammad II was nicknamed the Conqueror because he conquered the Byzantine Empire, including Constantinople. Suleiman was nicknamed the Magnificent because during his reign, Islam was at its cultural peak. The army's key expansion was slave soldiers or janissaries. When the women in the ruling class had less freedom because they lived in harems away from the rest of society. However, women not in the ruling class had more freedom because they could own property and businesses. The ruling class of men could be judges, legals, and military advisors. The others were Christians, Jews, and were called millets. The capital was Istanbul, but during the Byzantine Empire it was called Constantinople.
So this part is the ship that was used for trading. And they used the monsoon winds to get around very quickly.
Around the Indian Ocean.
Yes.
And down here we have some of the goods that they traded.
So people transported lots of different types of goods. They traded rare rocks like gold and diamonds. China imported goods like silk and porcelain. And behind us, they transported animals for food and more silk.
Now up and out of here we have geography, which is next.
Yes.
And over here we have an oasis.
Yeah, that's an oasis.
And oases were built near, and houses and towns were built near oases.
For water.
And up here
and
we
sand dunes were made by the high winds of the desert.
Yep. And Arabia had a very dry and arid climate.
And in here we have nickname for Arabia as the crossroads because it is between Asia and Europe and Africa. Trade routes have passed through the region for thousands of years. It's very cold at night in the desert, and Arabia is a peninsula.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it.
And
that was our Islam Museum. Bye.